Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing kind of a review, just like talking about the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. Is it worth the hype, you guys? Honestly, is it really? Well, we're going to be talking about that today because, as you guys know, this palette is hyped about so much on YouTube, so much to the point where I was like, okay, I need to get it. At one point I was like, I don't really know if I'm going to get this palette just because I don't know how I feel about the shades and everything, but everybody and their mother was ranting and hyping about it, so I thought, okay, you know what, I gave in and I had to buy it. So this is what it looks like. It's like a kind of blushed pink. I feel like on camera it looks a little more purple, but it's a little more pinky purple in person. And just this Modern Renaissance, and it says Anastasia Beverly Hills in really pretty kind of like rose gold letters. It's nice. The packaging is a little bit velvety, so I feel like it's going to get dirty fast. I've only had this palette for I would say 2 to 3 weeks now, but I have been wearing these eyeshadows almost every single day this past week at school and stuff to test it out, because if I can wear this through the day, I get up at 5 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, and I put makeup on, and if it lasts, like, I have makeup on from like 5:30 to, I probably would say 14 hours on a normal regular day. So if this can last 14 hours, then that tells me that it's a good palette. The cost of this palette is $42 at Ulta. It says, one thing I want to kind of talk about is it says that it only lasts for 6 months, which I'm a little bit like, what? Because most eyeshadow palettes, wonder this one says it. Let me look. Okay, so I've grabbed a few of my high-end palettes that I love. This Too Faced Chocolate Bar is probably one of my favorites. 12 months. Naked says 24. This Lorac one, which is another really beloved one of mine. This one doesn't say. 12 to 24 months normally is what it would be at. So for this to say 6 months is a little bit like, what? It's got this big mirror in here. You probably can see my vanity is so, okay, I literally just had to clean it up. It was so cluttered and stuff. But it just says Anastasia Beverly Hills right here. And then you get all these beautiful shades. So it's got this little lifty thing so you can get this brush out. This brush is pretty good. I've used it a few times. It's not that bad. It's got like a fluffy brush for the crease and kind of like one for the lid. I think it's okay. I feel like it doesn't apply the shadow very well. It makes it a little bit patchy, so it's fine. And then it comes with all of these shades. There's 14 shades in this palette. And yeah, so one thing I just want to say is this palette, if you are not going to wear warm tone shades, especially if you're not going to be wearing more pinks and like reds, you do not need to run out and get this palette if you are not going to be wearing pinks or red kind of shades. This palette is strictly for people who are going to love warm tones and pinks and reds. Clearly you can tell there's a pink shade here, pink, orange, red, pink. This palette mainly consists of all matte shades, except for there are 2 shimmer shades right here. And yeah, so as you can tell, there's a lot of pinks and oranges. There's a couple neutral browns in here, and there's like one kind of more, just like more of a matte, a little bit of a sheen in it. Maybe no, it's just matte. Kind of like more just like lid shade. And yeah, so I have to say, I have been loving this palette more than I thought I would, to be honest with you. I thought I'm never going to wear this with all these colors, but I actually really have been liking this. And so I think we should just hop right into the swatches of this, and then I'll come back and talk a little bit more about it. Tell in the swatches, but I I'm glad that there's only two well, kind of. These shimmer shades are not my favorite, like, color-wise, but they're like pretty good. I'm glad that there's only two shimmer shades in here because I'm gonna tell you why. The shimmer shades are not that impressive to me, actually, to be honest with you. These mattes are really good. I really do like them. I think they blend pretty well in the crease. I'm wearing it today, and I can do a tutorial of this palette if you would like. Just let me know in the comments and I can share with you what I did. But I kind of show you. But this, I don't care for the shimmers at all. To be honest with you, the first time I tried this palette, I put on I was trying this and I used the shimmer shades. At first I used the brush. I might have even used this brush and I was like, okay, that is not applying at all. Then I went to use I wet the brush and I was building it up and it was still like, I was like, okay, it's fine. And then I went in with my finger and then it started to like crumble off and I was like, I can't do this. So I literally went and picked up my L'Oreal single eyeshadow and it performed better than that. So that was a great first impression. When I first tried it, I was like, this is not what everybody is talking about. So I was really skeptical of it. But since then, I haven't really had that problem. I do have to say the shimmer shades are not that impressive to me at all. Actually, I'm glad that there's only two shimmer shades because I don't think they're that amazing. You can't build them up at all. So if you just like barely put it on, that's it. I prefer either using my fingertip or today I actually wet my brush with my setting spray and then put it on and then it looked a little bit better. So that's pretty good. Like, it looks okay right now. But to be honest with you, my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, the shimmer shades in here are unreal, like especially when they're wet. When they're even not wet, it's really pretty even when they're not wet. I just love them so much. To have gone from using that palette, I was kind of expecting that in this palette. These mattes in here are really pretty. They blend pretty well. I do have to say I like this palette. I'm going to have to keep playing with it a little bit more to kind of, I haven't had a chance to play with more of the pinks and oranges. Right now in my lid, I don't actually I barely have that, but I actually use more of this red ochre in my lid, or in my crease, and that's what it made it look even more pink. It didn't even look like that red, so yeah, but clearly you can tell this warm taupe shade, I wear it like every single day, and it's already starting to get a dent in it, so I really like that one. I haven't had a chance to play with it as much as I would have liked to before I did this video, but I thought I've had a pretty good impression on it. I feel like at the end of the day, when I come home from school, obviously it's been a long day, I've had gym, I've been running around, I've been doing things, it's like a long day, I've had it on for almost 12 hours. I look at the mirror and these shadows I can tell are a little bit worn off. I feel like they wear off a little bit more than my Too Faced or my Lorac. I really love those two palettes. So I would say that these eyeshadows are not going to last longer than 12 hours. I put these shadows on just like on my lid right now about 2.5 hours ago, and they still look really good. But I would just say, like, if you're going for a 12-hour long day, this palette's not going to last you 12 hours. It will last you a while, but not 12 hours. Overall, I think the hype about this palette is worth it. I do think that it is a pretty good palette. If you are definitely in the market for a warm tone, pinkish, orangish, reddish kind of shade palette, I think this is a great palette for you, especially the mattes in there. And yeah, and also I would like to say, even if you get that palette and you like the shimmer shades, but if you want something more, you could even go out and buy this L'Oreal Single Shadow in Iced Latte. I have this one in Amber Rush, which is more rose gold, and you can always put that on top and it's great. These shadows are like $6 or $7, so it's not like you're totally breaking the bank. I mean, you might be with this palette, but if you aren't impressed with that, I like to just use those mattes and a little bit of shimmer, and if I need more, I put a little bit of that, and it's great. So it's not like there's more options out there for you if you don't want to just, if you want a little bit more of a shimmer. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, thumbs this up, and I hope it was helpful. If it was, please thumbs it up, and I hope you will stick around to see other videos that I do in the future. I have quite a few fun ones planned. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys!